Hello YouTube, Crazy Robot Lady here with day 3 of Jill Freewill. Now just in case you guys don't understand what Jill Freewill is, I will explain it. Basically, I am letting Jill do everything herself. There's no interaction from me other than to put her tape in. And the other day, on Jill Babysits, she got me a bloomin' copyright claim because I didn't know she would choose that dreaded, beautiful song. It's an awesome song, but somebody else wrote it, not Playmates. Anyway, today's Jill adventure is Jill's first job. Now I'm gonna get on a soapbox for just a second. If kids were allowed to have as much responsibility for others as Jill was allowed to have in 1987, I believe there wouldn't be so much blame game going on. You know, my dad didn't teach me, my mom didn't teach me, my teacher didn't teach me. Let's join Miss Jill as she goes to her first job. Now, if any of you are new and you're wondering why I have to pick Jill up like this, something happened to her last year, and ever since I cannot just slide the tape into her back. Something has broken or snapped or something. If I sit her up and slide the tape in right now, she's gonna make some terrible noise and not release the tape unless I lay her on her back. So, pardon the weirdness, but we shall get going. She works perfectly fine, despite the weirdness.
Hi everybody, my name is Jill and I'm a lot like you. I'm a lot like you. I can move my head and arms real well. A lot like you, I'm a lot like you. I can sing and talk with me, and I choose my words by what you say to me. I'm a lot like
Speaker
you.
is not happy.
Hi, it's me, your friend Jill. Guess where I get to go today? To the hospital. But don't worry, I'm not sick or anything. It's just that today's my day to volunteer as a candy striper. Have I ever told you what a candy striper does? Just tell me, yes or no. Hey, talk to me, 'cause I'm listening. A candy striper is someone who does volunteer work at a hospital. We have all kinds of jobs. Like sometimes I get to sit at the information desk and answer questions. Sometimes I take flowers or books and magazines to the patients' rooms. And sometimes I just play with the little kids in the children's ward. I've wanted to be a candy striper ever since I was 6 years old. That's when I was in the hospital, having my tonsils out. I'll never forget it, because I was supposed to be having a huge birthday party that week. I mean an awesome, fabulous party, with ballerina costumes for all my friends, and a 3-layered cake with a ballerina standing on the top. And there was going to be a fairy princess at the party, telling fortunes. But instead, I had to have my tonsils out and cancel the party. So my mom told me, look, don't be so upset. When you have your tonsils out, you get to eat all the ice cream you want all day long. It'll be like having a birthday party for a whole week. But then it turned out that this hospital didn't believe in giving ice cream. They gave me lime jello instead, and I hate lime jello. I started to cry, and I couldn't stop until this candy striper named Jane came in, carrying a huge bunch of balloons that she'd bought just for me. No one had ever given me a balloon bouquet before. Then she sat with me all day, playing games and reading stories and drawing pictures of me as a ballerina. She was a really good artist, and it looked just like me. I still have the pictures at home. Anyway, I'll never forget her. And ever since then, I've wanted to help other people get through their lonely times in the hospital, just like Jane helped me. That's why I was hoping you'd come with me to the hospital today. I could show you all around, and you can see what it'll be like when you're a candy striper too. Or if you don't want to go to the hospital, we could stay here and pretend we're doctors and nurses. It'll be fun. So what do you say? Do you want to go to the hospital or stay home and play? Can't decide? Then let's stay home and play. That's great. Let's go over to the hospital early and take a look around. I just love to roam around the hospital, especially now that I know where everything is. And I made special arrangements so that you could come with me today. But first, will you do me a favor and help me get into my official candy striper uniform? Because you know me, I like to have the official everything. My mom always says that she could get me to clean the whole house every single week just by giving me a sweatshirt that said, "Official Slave" on it. She's pretty funny sometimes. Anyway, could you do me one more favor? I bought a get well card for my favorite patient, Mrs. Carmen. Would you please find it for me? Do you need more time? Yes or no? You're good at finding things. Ready? Great. It's a good thing we decided to go over to the hospital early, because you know me, I hate to be late. One time when I was in kindergarten, my mom's alarm didn't go off, and she didn't wake up in time to get me ready for school. I would have been 20 minutes late. I went nuts and told my mom there was no way I was going to go to school that day. I was so upset I actually made myself sick. So my mom finally let me stay home. It's sort of embarrassing now, but the good part about being such a complete fanatic is that I never keep anyone waiting, because I am never, ever late. Hey, look, we're here at the hospital. Now, where do you want to start the tour? We could go in the front door and start in the lobby, or we could go in the emergency room entrance. So what do you choose, the front door or the emergency room? Can't decide? Then I'll choose. Yeah, we'd better go in the front door. You never know how busy they might be in the ER. That's hospital talk for the emergency room. I always clear out when they get busy, because you never know when it's going to be a real serious emergency, where they're trying to save someone's life. At times like that, an extra person is just in the way. Besides, it's a rule that candy stripers have to leave the ER whenever an ambulance comes in. Well, this is it, the lobby. Over there is the information desk. Sometimes my job is to sit there and answer questions. All the visitors come to that desk the first time they come to the hospital to find out what room the patients are in. Hi, Sarah. That's Sarah Braun. She's 18, and she trained me. She's the best candy striper there is. But one of the doctors named Polly Pratt told me that when Sarah first started, she brought her dog to the hospital. Can you believe that? Sarah thought it would cheer up the sick people, even though animals are absolutely not allowed in here. Anyway, the dog got loose and it started running down the hall and barking and running in and out of patients' rooms. It's lucky for Sarah that the woman who's in charge of the candy stripers is so nice, because she gave Sarah another chance. Oh, there's the gift shop. Let's go in. Isn't this nice? See, they have all kinds of neat things in here. The first 3 weeks that I was a candy striper, I spent all my allowance in here. I bought notepads and fancy glitter pins and a tiny mug that says, "Get well soon" on it. I mean, seriously, what do I need that for? And then one day, I was looking at the stuffed animals, and this man was standing next to me, trying to pick out something for his grandson. So he asked me which animal I liked better, the purple elephant or the orange and green zebra. Believe me, they were both hideous. But I was trying to be helpful and nice. So I said, get the elephant. But he kept saying, are you sure? Do you really like it? Finally, just to prove to him that I liked it, I bought it myself. After that, I made a rule. No more gift shop. Hey, I have a question for you. If you were in the hospital, what would you rather have as a gift? A stuffed animal, candy, or flowers? If you're ever in the hospital, I'll send you chocolates and roses. Hey, it's time for me to report to work on the second floor. We better go. Follow me. We just have to go to the second floor nurse's station. There's a bulletin board there, and that's where they leave instructions for each candy striper. Let's see. Oh, cool. I have a choice. I can either deliver flowers to the patients or go to the children's ward and sing to them. Which one do you think we should do? Deliver flowers or sing to the children? Can't decide? That's okay. I'll choose. The flowers. That's my favorite job.
Dr. Waldhorn, intensive care, stat.
Did you hear that? Stat means on the double. I just love knowing all these hospital terms. Anyway, the flower table is at the end of the hall. That's where the delivery people put the plants and flowers for the patients. Once a day, usually in the afternoon, a candy striper goes to the flower table and looks at the cards to see who the flowers are for. Oh, look, there's only one today. Could you please hand that bunch of flowers to me? When I've got them, say go, Jill. But you'll have to wait here while I take these flowers around. It's a drag, I know, but I'm not allowed to bring friends into the patients' rooms with me. Hi, I'm back. Guess what? The woman in room 203 just had triplets. She said she's going to name them Peaches, Hillary, and Katie. Peaches is the smallest one. That name is so cute. She said she already has 2 children, both boys, and she always wanted a girl. I guess she got her wish. Anyway, she's allergic to flowers, so she said I could keep these. Actually, though, I'd rather give them to you, so you'll always remember our first day being candy stripers together. Now there's only one more thing I have to do, and that's go visit Mrs. Carmen. Do me a favor and wait for me downstairs in the lobby, okay? I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Guess what Mrs. Carmen was doing when I took the Get Well card to her? She was eating her roommate's dessert. I couldn't believe it. She said, shh, don't talk so loud. I don't want Greta to wake up. And so I looked over at Mrs. Bobkins in the next bed. That's who Greta is. And she was snoring away while her dinner sat there getting cold. Only there was something missing from Mrs. Bobkins' tray. The dessert. I couldn't believe it. I told Mrs. Carmen that she'd better not do that again. And if she promised not to steal any more desserts, I'd bake her one of my famous chocolate chip cream pies. She smiled and just said, I never make promises I can't keep. She's the most interesting woman in the whole hospital. You should see her. She wears rainbow ribbons in her hair. Well, time to go. You know, I just can't stop thinking about that woman who had triplets. While we walk home, let's talk about babies, okay? Like if you had triplets, don't you think it would be really neat to give them 3 names that went together? Like Heather, Holly, and Rose. All flower names. Or maybe you think twins and triplets should have names that are really different. Which do you like? Names that are different or names that go together? I guess if I were a twin, I'd want to have a name that was just mine and nobody else's. Way. My mom once knew a family where they had 12 kids, and they named them for the months of the year. They just started with January and kept on going. Like, I remember that March was a boy, and luckily April was a girl. But I think they would have named the next kid April even if it had been a boy. I like to sit and write out names for babies all the time. So far, my favorite name for a boy baby is Justin Gregory. And my favorite name for a girl is Angelica Rachel. Hey, I have a brain teaser for you. I'm thinking of someone who was in the hospital today, but who isn't sick. She's really cute, and I just know she'd make a great candy striper when she's old enough. And I love her a lot, and she's my best friend. Who is it? Go ahead and guess. Who else could it be but you? Well, we had a great day, didn't we? And it's not over yet, because I have a surprise for you. I wrote a poem about being a candy striper, and it's called To My Best Friend. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Oh, I'm a candy striper. It's lots of fun to me. But sometimes I wonder what to do and how to be. I wonder what to say to the people who are sick, how to help and cheer them up so they'll get better quick. I say the right thing most times, so it's okay in the end. Thanks to someone who reminds me to simply be a friend. Oh, brother, now I'm embarrassed. I hope you like that. Anyway, guess what we can do now? We can play with the real hospital chart I have. See, every patient in the hospital has a chart that tells what's wrong with them, what kind of medicines they're supposed to have, and stuff like that. So I brought a blank one home, and we can use it when we practice being nurses and doctors. And there's one other thing I was hoping you would do with me today. I wanted to make some get well cards for the kids in the hospital. But you know me, I'm not the greatest artist in the world. So I thought maybe we could work together. I'll come up with the ideas, and you can make the drawings. Or if you don't want to do that, I'll teach you how to take your own pulse. How about it? Do you want to make get well cards or take your pulse? You're so quiet, I can almost hear your heart beating. I'll teach you how to take your pulse. Then you can tell everyone how fast your heart beats, and they won't know how you found out. Just put 2 fingers up to the side of your neck, kind of in the hollow place under your jawbone. You might have to feel around a little until you find a steady thumping beat. I can never find mine, but anyway, once you find it, watch a clock and count how many beats you feel in 1 minute. If you can't find your pulse in your neck, you can try the inside of your wrist. You know, on second thought, we might have to do this tomorrow because I'm tired. I guess the hospital is one of the busiest places to be. Thanks for being with me today. It was the most fun I've ever had as a candy striper. I hope if I ever get sick, that you'll be the person who takes care of me. Because we always do everything together, right? Remember, you and me, that's all that we need to make a good time better. My heart shines just like a rainbow whenever we're together. Come along, we'll sing our song each and every day. With a new best friend like you, I'm not afraid to say, together, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Thanks again for being my best friend. I'm going to cool out now while my tape rewinds, and then we can be together again. Bye for now.
I hope all of you enjoyed that. I certainly did. I stepped out and ate my breakfast. So, I will see you guys later in the next adventure of Jill Freewill, where we will try out for the cheerleading squad. Yay! All right, guys. As usual, like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell so you will know whenever I upload new content. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. And why am I reaching? I can just use my clicky-doo. Well, that is if I could find my clicky-doo. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I got a new tripod and it's got this thing with it that will allow you to start and stop the video without having to move. Yay! And now I'm going to try to employ it. Bye!